"3:23 a.m. Alright, so we didn't die this time, but Lillian still kissed us and got, some energy from us. In just a few minutes, we got very far away from the cabin. How quickly Ashley can run impresses me. She is definitely not human. She finally lets me free. My hand was red and hurt from how strong her grip was. But fortunately, I feel better from the kiss. My body has recovered its heat and energy. Why the heck did you do that? I asked immediately with anger. Who does this cat think she is doing something like this? I should be the one asking that. Ashley replied, looking at me in the eyes with contempt. Because of you, she has already recovered most of her powers. She then explained, ending with a face of rejection, diverting her look from my eyes. She was overreacting. Maybe? What are you talking about? She only wants to be free from you. I said with annoyance. I simply couldn't believe her. Neither of the two girls in this forest seemed trustworthy. That is misfortune considering how beautiful they are. You really are an idiot, Ashley said, looking at me with her red eyes full of contempt. Yeah, she wants to be free, to fulfill her revenge. Can you understand that? The only one that I don't understand here is you. My patience has ended long ago. I'm not in the mood for a scolding. Stupid human, to be so easily seduced by her. All men are equal. None can think with the right head. Ashley folds her arms and exclaims with annoyance, while looking at me as if I were a spoiled child. Because of your reckless actions, we are in serious trouble. Ashley sighs, frustrated. If only you had believed me, this wouldn't be happening. What are you talking about? She must be freed since she is suffering. I said without hesitation. I cannot forget the sweet words of that girl, Lillian. Suddenly, Ashley gives me a piercing look, sharp as a knife. Why do you believe her story? She's deceiving you, idiot. That's what she wants you to believe. And how do you know that? I asked, being suspicious. I do not like this girl. She's really too bossy and nagging. You idiot. Didn't you notice when she was absorbing your vital energy? Ashley said, tearing down all of the doubts and resistance with a look of anger in her red eyes. Yes, that's what she was doing, absorbing you just like she did in the past with those 5 unfortunate men. She explained while staring at me. The latest victim was 20 years ago. Since that day, I promised that nobody else would get close to her. Hearing that called my attention immediately. And why did you do that? Ashley looked distraught after speaking of the death of that man. I wonder if she felt guilty for that. If she gets her hands on one more victim, she will fully recover her powers. And once she achieves it, she will begin her revenge for what your ancestors did to her. Worst of all is with that energy you have given her, she is now able to leave this forest and search for a last victim. Is that true? I asked incredulously. I didn't like the sound of it, but if it's true, we could be in big trouble, not only for me, but for everyone. Ashley bites her lips with anxiety. Yes, what's worse is I have no energy to deal with her. After saying that, she looks at me in anger. Since a certain group of idiots decided to come here for God knows what. I can't respond to that. I only feel guilty. I could get rid of your friends. For some reason I couldn't with you. You have a stronger magical power than normal. Ashley explains, ending with a sigh of frustration. What did you do with my friends? I asked firmly, without hesitating. Thinking that I could be wounded gave me force. Perhaps I was just overreacting. Don't worry, they are safe. I only made them leave from the forest. Ashley replied, folding her arms. Then she sighs. But creating the illusions and getting them out left me very weakened. Is that why you were lying on the ground when I found you? I said, recalling that moment she was wounded and unconscious. Couldn't help but feel sorry for her at that time. Yes, but also didn't help that I had to fight with the innocent princess you saw before. She looks back at me unpleased, but this time just for a moment. After saying that, we both remained quiet, allowing silence to surround us. It's been a while since I last heard the voice calling me. I think that I ceased being useful to Lillian, as Ashley said. Suddenly, Ashley snaps her fingers. Wait, there's still a chance, she said, full of energy. There's a glimmer of hope in her eyes. Then she sets her sights on me. Hear me well, this is the only way to defeat her. Ashley speaks with her usual arrogance, but I notice a slight blush in her cheeks. What is it? I asked curiously to hear her idea. Do you remember what she asked you to do to help her regain power? Alright, hang on, I am going to save real quick. Because I think we're about to get another choice. Do you remember what she asked you to do to help her regain power? Ashley asked, blushing more. Then she coughs a few times to clear her throat. Yeah, she told me to kiss her. I replied without even thinking about it. But shortly after I realized what I'm saying. Wait, you want me to kiss you too? I ask in uncertainty. I don't know if I should feel lucky or used, to be honest. You idiot, it's not that I want a kiss from you. Ashley roared. Then she diverts her sight from my eyes, making a snort of rejection. It's just that it's the only way to achieve this. Besides, what she did was not kissing you, it was stealing your life energy. What she did was stealing my vital energy with a kiss. How ironic, I said sarcastically. The memory was still fresh on my lips. If not for the small detail of the theft of vital energy, it would have been a great kiss. Ashley at that time seemed to shiver. Then she looks at me furiously. It seems that your brain does not understand the complexity of the issue. I'm not planning to steal your life energy. My intention is to get energy from your feelings of love. After saying that, she looks away embarrassed. Did I hear right? Something here sounds completely wrong. Wait, what are you trying to say? Ashley coughs twice to clear her throat. If your feelings for me are full of love, I can regain my energy, she said, unable to look me in the eyes. Her face is red as an apple. This has to be a joke. But that's impossible. How can I feel love for someone I've just met? I wouldn't say this to anyone. Please help me, insignificant human, she said with forced arrogance. At the same time, she looks at me saying with her eyes that I should be thankful. The way in which she asks is not very correct, honestly, but she did her best effort. That can be seen in plain sight. However, should I trust her word? She's been causing me many problems tonight. I was even chased, attacked, and kidnapped by her. Then should I? Okay, so we got two choices here. Honestly, I think believing her is the right choice. So we're going to pick the wrong choice, which is I can't trust her. I'm sorry, I can't believe in what you say, I said suddenly with a voice more serious than before. It's no joke. I feel bad for saying it, but it's how I really feel. You attacked me and my friends. Why should I help you? The face Ashley makes says it all. She simply cannot believe it. But, she murmured with disbelief reflecting on her red eyes. She seemed hurt, but there was no turning back. I'm sorry, but this is my decision, I said, putting an end to the conversation. Goodbye. I then added, starting to walk back to the cabin. Back to the cabin? You're going back? Okay, go. Just go back to her. Ashley said, furious. Truth is, I can't blame her. I hope you don't regret it later. Not saying more, I distanced myself from her, one step at a time. Before losing sight of her, I take a look back. She's on her knees facing towards the ground. I feel sorry for her, but I've already made my decision. I wonder how Lillian is doing. Hope she is well, since we were attacked by Ashley for no reason. No doubt I felt something when I kissed her. Perhaps there's more behind it than what I heard from Ashley. I should go talk to her. Alright, 3:35 a.m. Finally, I'm here. Again, the image of the old cabin stands in my eyes. I sigh doubting for a second, but I have to be strong. Arming myself with courage, I go towards the cabin and prepare to knock on the door. But just at that moment, someone or something stops me. Axel! Before I knew it, Lillian opened the door and gives me a warm hug, excited to see me back. It seems that she heard my footsteps as I approached. Or perhaps she has some power of observation. Either way, it doesn't matter. She is here and seems happy to see me. Brave knight! You are back safe and sound. Lillian said, looking at me with eyes with tenderness, then giving me a sweet smile. Seems impossible she could do something as evil as Ashley said. Yes, it seems so. I murmur without emotion. I was more than confused. No matter what I do, something always seemed wrong. Don't worry about me. I'm much better now thanks to the help you gave me. Lillian ends with a sweet smile. However, now I should reward you for coming back to my side. The last thing she says calls my attention instantly. Reward me? I repeat inquisitively. What kind of reward can she be talking about? Of course, since you managed to escape from the claws of that horrible Ashley, and you've shown loyalty to me. That is why you will have your reward. After saying that, Lillian's eyes turn naughty. She looks into my eyes with a playful smile. Suddenly, she approaches her face close to mine. I can smell her feminine scent. Before there wasn't any, since she had yet to truly materialize. Close your eyes and you will receive your reward. Lillian says those words very gently. There's something charming in her voice. I cannot resist her. Before I knew it, I had closed my eyes as she asked me. At that moment, her lips and mine came together again. Only this time much more intense. I can feel her heat and softness in more detail. Our kiss is much more passionate than the one before. Without any shame, we kissed, overflowing with lust and desire. And suddenly I felt my strength leave my body. She holds me so tight that I don't fall down as if I were a toy. After kissing her from the bottom of my heart, I am left without any energy. My skin is pale, my body feels cold, heavy as if made of lead. Don't worry, I won't take your life, Lillian said, full of pride. Besides, I have more than enough energy to accomplish my vengeance. Suddenly she smiles. It is a malicious smile that I would never have wanted to see. Wait, did she say revenge? My mind barely works now. Everything looks fuzzy. Everything is so confusing. I don't even seem to mind hearing that, or imagine how cruel it could be. Definitely there's something broken in me. You've shown loyalty to me, so you will be my partner in this eternity. That kiss was our contract. You shall be my servant and will obey me and please me in everything that I need. After saying that, Lillian suddenly begins to laugh, an eerie laughter filled with joy. Yes, my lady, was all I could say, without showing any rejection, without any resistance. My body, my mind had ceased to be under my control. It's my first slave. How pleasing. I never thought that I could find a human so stupid but at the same time noble as you. I think I was lucky. Lillian's look at that time reflected a seductive malice. They are cruel blue eyes that love to be like that. But there's a problem. A slave without power is not useful. She pauses and then snaps her fingers. I know. I will share some of my power with you. Count yourself lucky. After saying that, she laughs playfully. Then she sets her gaze on me. I suddenly feel that my strength is returning to normal. She lets go of me and I have no problem standing on my own. But I soon realize that I was wrong. I feel even stronger than before. Great. Now one more thing left to do. Lillian says as she looks at me with a mischievous smile. Surely she wasn't thinking anything good. Before she could say more, something interrupts her. Ashley appeared in the front of the two. Thankfully you're still alive. Come with me, we can still beat her. Ashley shouted something almost desperate. I hear it, but even if I want it, my body does not respond. I am completely still as if I were a statue. You idiot, what are you waiting for? Flee! Ashley said, seeing my lack of reaction sounding even more desperate. Here the only idiot is you. Don't you realize? It was not necessary to kill him to carry out my plan. Lillian responded, overflowing with pride and confidence. The look in her blue eyes said it all. She already had the victory in her hands. Ashley freezes for a second from the impression. She was stunned. Wait, what are you trying to say? She asked, full of disbelief that was visible in plain sight. Lillian smiles. Simple. He gave me all of his energy, and as a reward, I allowed him to be my slave. You lie! 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 Ashley does not take the news well. She screams furiously while looking with hatred at Lillian. The amenity The amenity of the two must be something deeper than what I imagined. No, it's the truth, was the simple response of Lillian, displaying a confident smile that was almost insulting to see. Ashley bites her lower lip with anguish. Her eyes at that time become sharp. I didn't expect to have to use this method, but there's no other option. Suddenly, Ashley's nails grow long and sharp as knives. She points to her own jugular. Stop her! Ordered Lillian without hesitation. At that moment, I feel my body disintegrate. Before I knew it, I was right next to Ashley. In less than a blink, I had changed positions. By pure instincts, I grabbed her arms and stopped Ashley. No! Let go of me, you giant idiot! I have to do this or you don't know what will happen. She tries to escape, but now I have more strength. Superhuman strength. I will not allow you to do that, Lillian said, ending with a short laugh. Then she smiles full of confidence, partially hiding her lips behind one hand with elegance. Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Ashley repeats the same thing over and over, but little by little she becomes quieter, accepting her defeat. She then lowers her head in silence. It appeared something was stealing her power. It's my fault. That something is no other than me. You'll be my main guest, Ashley, of how I carry out my plan. You'll be my main guest, Ashley, of how I carry out my revenge? Okay. You don't have to worry about these idiot humans. Besides, deep down you wanted it too. Ashley silently accepts her fate. It breaks my heart to see her like that. No matter how hard I try, my body doesn't listen to me, not even a single muscle. Tonight I will fulfill the reason of my existence. How beautiful! After waiting for this day, finally they will know my revenge. Finally! Lillian looks very different from when I first saw her. She now can't stop laughing with euphoria. Every single one of her laughs leaves a scar in my heart. Now I understand my mistake, now that it is too late. My body has become her slave. I am just a puppet now, waiting for my lady to pull my strings. Oh, there's more to go, huh? That night I was witness to the most heinous acts someone could commit. Murder, torture, screams, blood, tears. I saw all of this, more than once each. Family, friends, and neighbors were murdered, and I couldn't do anything about it. No, that isn't right. My own hands were the ones who took their lives. I still remember their faces in agony, silently begging me to stop. No matter how much I wanted to, my will is controlled by someone else. I'm just a puppet now, waiting for my mistress to pull my strings. An eternal life, filled with misery, is all that awaits me now. In my despair, I managed to break the control of Lillian, but just for long enough to make a single move. Surrounded by death and fire, I shout a loud and heartbreaking scream to the sky. My voice echoes all over, carrying a message of pain for which there are no words. My revenge in this town is fulfilled. However, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. Lillian pauses. She beholds the destruction of the town with satisfaction, and then turns to look at me with a smile. We are leaving. Yes, my princess. You are so cute. Seeing her smile makes my heart pound. Although I'm just a puppet now, I still keep a fragment of my conscience. But it's already corrupted. Her revenge and smile inspire love instead of hatred. Because my life and world are only Lillian now. We will always be together for all eternity. Of course, I will always protect you, help you, and love you for all eternity. I will do everything so that my lady, my princess, can be happy. I couldn't expect any less from you, my loyal servant. You truly are my knight in silver armor. Alright, Town of Aberdeen, Oxshire Century. Oxshire County, November 12th. It's been over 1 week since the discovery of the total slaughter in the small town. Police still have no clues about what happened here. The evidence is scattered everywhere, explained the chief of police, William Liam. It's as if trying to find a needle in a haystack. An explanation for why everyone suddenly decided to kill their neighbors and commit suicide later. But sadly, there isn't one. In this case, the needle does not exist. So far, everything seems to point that it was a pagan ritual. This town years ago was related to witches and other supernatural legends. There is no doubt these deaths were the result of nothing but human actions. Anyway, we will continue with the investigations. The chief sounded confused, but in reality, all the country is. Literally, in a single night, all the inhabitants of Abingdon died. By the hand of their own neighbors. They were not just murders. Many were tortured, too. According to the investigations, more than 1,000 people were burned alive in this incident. Okay, wow. So, that was a lot more than I expected. And we get the credits, so I might as well give my thoughts during the credits. So, the first few videos, the story was, well, really wasn't there. There wasn't a lot going on, and I thought it was, I don't know, kind of light, kind of airy, kind of empty, didn't have a lot going on. Especially considering they kind of built up the story in the first part about all the legends about the witches and stuff. But wow, I did not expect the story to expand so much and get so much more serious the way it did by choosing the doubt. And we've been at it for a long time, so I think we're going to call it an episode here. And when we get together next time, we'll see what happens if we choose to kiss Ashley instead of doing the very odd choice of going back with Lillian. So hang on, let's take a look at our extras. There we go, Lillian, Princess of Destruction. Alright, well, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.